Damn reason she ain't cold. Fucking she knew the AC was gonna be on when she got in this motherfucker. Why she ain't wear no fucking jacket?
Jeans so tight, see the veins in they balls. Jeans so tight, see your pussy lip, bitch.
They don't want to get mad at us all the time. They always want to get mad at us when we want to fuck.
Jeans so tight, y'all niggas need to quit. Jeans so tight, see the pulse in your balls. Jeans so tight, man, I'm through with it all.
What's up? What's up? Hey! We're gonna have a good show here. We're gonna talk about what we talked about last week, but then we're gonna try to add in, the thing that happened with the police officer. When he went to Lady House, just to kill her. So we're gonna talk about that too. So I had an email to say, but we're gonna say that the next week. Welcome to Speak That Shit. I am Zobo69. If you like to sponsor this show, go to 941-681-1710. That's 941-681-1710. I got a show going on with my boy Pocket Knife. August 16th. Yeah, I know I told you I ain't doing nothing in Tampa for a while, but my boy hit me up. He asked me, so I said, yeah, cause that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I stay loyal to my people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the show with him, and hey, it's gonna be in my news feed. You see where it's at, and hey, go follow. What you got going
on? I'm Annie Loke, # Queen of Ohio, and I'm just tapping in, joining in the conversation today.
Hola.
Salute.
Y'all gonna speak that shit. I normally be listening, so I'm happy to be here.
All right. And my co-host, Kush, what you got going on?
What's good, man? It's your boy Kush with a K, man. It's Leo season, so I am busy. Oh boy. So July 27th, they got me hosting a Summer Jams event, which is gonna be like 90s and early 2000s music. So that's gonna be litty. It's gonna be at Factory on Fifth. It's only $5, and it's gonna be $5 drinks all night. And then the day after that, they got me performing for Speak for the Culture. So that's like poetry, R&B, and all that stuff. So they want me to do my more emotional, slow songs and whatnot. So I'm gonna be doing that. And then let me see, August 1st, I actually have rehearsal tonight. After this, I got to go to in Clearwater. But August 1st, I'm performing with Pusha Preem. And we doing the back to school bash, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of artists on board. So that's gonna be lit. And then after that, the last thing is Leo Bash on August 11th. I'm gonna be hosting that thing too. It's gonna be at the Social. That's gonna be litty. All the Leos gonna be in the building, jumping on stage. So we gonna burn that thing down, boy. But besides that, just follow me on IG if y'all want updates. That's it.
All right, we're gonna go below him. We got a special guest, Tasha Bullock. What's going on?
Hey y'all. Well, I'm Kush's mom, actually. I don't have no big woo or anything like that. I watched the show. I enjoyed our conversation last week. I mean, my fingers was typing, and I'm like, oh no, I got to get on the show. I got to see what's going on. But other than that, I'm just a mother, working woman. That's it.
All right. And then we got a special guest right here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and he gonna tell you everything he got going on. Cause he got some stuff going on like right now. So give it up for King Copper.
That's a fact. Salute, man. Peace and blessing to everyone involved, everyone watching. I am a Libra. I like long walks on the beach. But Libra season is approaching, though. But again, I'm King Capo. I am a music life coach extraordinaire. Basically, like your life coach, but it's geared towards artists, right? So I've created a formula that brings out the best in people, not just on the internet, but also in real life. So I love working close with humble artists that are hungry. So my goal really right now is, make some stars, man. You know what I mean? I have a podcast right now that's supported on iHeartRadio. So y'all go download the iHeart app, right? It's on IFM Nation. Put in Be the Trend, which is also, my slogan and brand. But that is the podcast. And basically you're going to get a lot of game, a lot of life game. You're going to get a game about the industry. You know what I mean? And it's really built for the artists. It's really about artist development. Just in a couple seconds, just my background. I've got about 20 years in music. I went from a a battle rapper to a manager to the corporate office up in Sony in New York. So, you know, I paid attention. I learned a lot. You know what I mean? Basically took what I've learned and bring it out to my people. You know what I mean? To help them flourish and be successful. So, man, that's what I do. You can find me on Instagram at King Capo _. So that's KINGCOPPO _. So any artists out there, managers, labels, side chicks, side dudes, friends, confidants, you know, any artists that have some, when I say dope music, I mean some like innovative, some good music. You know what I mean? Don't hesitate to send them my way. Send them to IG, or you can send that music to officialcapo@gmail. All right. So again, it's a pleasure being here. What else I got going on? Oh, the podcast. I'm sorry. So it's right now. It's I'm doing on Monday nights. All right, Monday nights about 8:30. I'll drop the link, you know, in the chat or something below, and how y'all can log on and all that. Come support your boy and support these independent artists. You know what I mean? Besides that, I'm also shooting a couple movies. I have a movie coming out this fall. Man, I don't, you know what? I don't even remember the name of that one, but I'll keep y'all updated. And then I have another movie I'm shooting called, was it King of the Bay? I believe it's called King of the Bay, and we're scheduled to shoot that in the winter as well. So that's what's going on with me. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, Kush. And yeah, man, y'all tap in. I'll be tapping in with everybody. You know what I mean? I kind of stay a little low key, but I'm always aware of what's going on, especially around in Tampa. So you see me out, say salute. I'm gonna salute you, and I'll keep plotting, and you know what I mean, posting positive and motivation. So that's what I'm about.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hey, Auntie Chris and hey Shay, how y'all doing? What's going on with y'all? Hey, yeah, we back for another. We back for another one, and we want to elaborate on the subject last week because we just didn't have enough time. And you know, people got stories. You know what I'm saying? And with the lady, she left out a lot. So you know, you only hear one side of the story. So you know how it goes with one side of the story. Somebody gonna say something, so you make you believe this side, and you dogging the other side and all that, and then that side might be the one motherfucker that's wrong.
That
Big
part.
facts.
You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? 'Cause some people just don't even tell their side of the story till it's too late. You got the thing going on with music wise. Look at Jay-Z and what's that dude? Damon Dash, right? Damon Dash been down talking about this man for years and years, you know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z finally came out and said, like, look here, man, I'm gonna tell you what's really going on, what really happened, you know what I'm saying? But now who gonna believe who?
So what really happened?
I don't know what really happened. I wasn't there, but I know Jay-Z said that. I know Jay-Z said Damon Dash is a sloppy businessman. He's a sloppy player.
He said that. To expose him without exposing him.
That's but so many words. What he said, he's sloppy. He's sloppy. When I say sloppy, is you bringing people to our organization without talking to me first. That's bad business. And that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And you think about it. Jay-Z's way he's at.
But my thing is, though, look at the results, though. Look at the results.
That's what I'm saying. Jay-Z.
Like Jay-Z, you can tell he's more legit because look at the results of his business ethics. Nowadays, Damon Dash, did y'all know Damon Dash is in Tampa and it costs $10,000 to have him on a podcast? That's what he's doing right now. 10 stacks.
I bet he's in Tampa visiting his sister, Stacey Dash. Is that his sister? Oh, okay,
yeah,
like
that's his cousin, I believe.
Oh, okay, well, she white now.
Yeah,
she turned white yesterday, right?
Yeah, she got them shots. She got the Michael Jackson shots in the face.
She had a black card revoked years ago, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she stayed down the street down there, Pasco.
She never wanted a black card.
Oh, I didn't know she stayed in Tampa.
Yeah, she stayed like that off of like I believe Lutz. I want to say Lutz or something like that. Lano Lakes, something like that.
I didn't know that.
Right outside.
Well, I just want to put my 2 cents in on the whole Damon Dash and Jay-Z. I'm a big hip hop fan. I was actually in the park with NWA before they started in California. So I seen Michelle A when she first came out. It's not really Jay-Z was actually the dope dealer that got the money, and Damon Dash was actually the brains of the corporation. And when things happen, and Jay Z just got a little smarter, and a female got involved, which was Aaliyah, and Foxy Brown, and that kind of what tore them up. I don't know if you
Uh-huh.
guys remember the blogs back. Well, we didn't have blogs; we had the newspapers, the magazines. It was a thing between them. And it was in like the Enquirer or something. And of course, we didn't believe it because it was coming from that paper. But look at what's playing out now.
Mhm.
Same thing. It's all about money. That's it, and about who's going to be the biggest.
Yeah, they that little feud it has a lot of history to it, right? But
Hmm.
I met Jay, man, a while ago back, like in '98. He was a cool brother. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool brother, but you could tell that he was always plotting and he wanted something bigger, right? So
Absolutely.
the thing about their dynamic basically it seemed like what I mean, Dame was the homeboy that just wouldn't grow up in time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And come from Jay, or sources from Jay, is basically like Jay's trying to expand and move on, but he got this guy that's supposed to be the CEO, you know what I'm saying, acting like he the star. You know what I mean?
But
If
then look at it
you go
like this,
back and
not
look at all
cutting
his
you off or
videos,
anything. But look at
huh?
it like this. Let's look at it in a different way. Let's not look at it in our mind, like
Well,
where
now
we're sitting
nah,
at.
I
But
mean,
no, what I'm
this.
saying,
I mean, this
no,
ain't
all I'm
from my
saying
mind.
is
This
that
is from. I'm sorry.
right,
Go
but
ahead.
no, all I'm saying is that Jay-Z had a little bit more of a motivation, right? His background is a lot different than Damon Dash. So he had a goal. If you had a conversation with him, I'm quite sure you probably talked about something like this, where he had a goal where he's not going to go back there. People that sell dope, they sell dope most of the time is to get away from. But if you're not really deep down in it, your motivation is not the same. So
Right.
you're got the money, you're playing, you're doing this. Where his Jay-Z's mind is like, look, I'm trying to get here, so I'm not going back there.
No.
Now
Yeah.
I'm going to make
Exactly.
general wealth for my children. So I wouldn't call it being childish, though.
Now,
It's like you don't have to put one down to build another one up because both of them is right in a sense. You know what I mean? If
no,
you really think about it, they're
no.
both right.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Again,
Absolutely.
This is sources from what Jay was saying. I'm not calling no man name. I'm not, it's not my history. It's not my move at all. You know what I mean? But sources from Jay, like I'm deep embedded, right? So I know
Hmm.
some, you know what I mean? I'm deep embedded. But at the time, no, they was already on, right? So go back and
Hmm.
look at the Big Pimpin' video, look at these Diamond Forever video and all that, right?
Hmm.
Jay-Z's the star, but
Look at
Dame
state
was
property. One.
State Property One, yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
all that. I mean,
Hmm.
just look at everything they've been involved in, right?
Right.
But Dame's the CEO, right? And normally the CEO was kind of in the backfield, right, or playing the background, but he was always in the forefront, right? So you
Hmm.
have to think, as a partner, if this is your partner, and we have a goal in mind, and we trying to, elevate and get to this level, like at some point we got to put some things on the back burner
Absolutely.
and focus on
Absolutely.
business, right?
I got a question.
Absolutely.
I got a
Absolutely.
question. How many more years are we gonna talk about these old ass niggas though? Like,
Right.
Because when niggas bring back, because I'm remembering them. Like I'm
Right,
remembering them
right,
from when I
right.
was like a
oh my god,
teenager, and I'm
That's what I'm
38
saying.
now. So
Things are meant
I'm
to be the
remembering
way
them,
they
and I'm
are
like, these
meant
were
to
all New
be.
Yorkers. They were all New York dudes. They all had like a strong mind, and they all had this sort of way about them to where they wasn't gonna work out anyway. They had a way about them to where they gonna push the
Absolutely.
little guy down. They were gonna put. If you watch tapes of Damon Dash, like he was always this cocky person,
That's what I'm
and
talking
Jay-Z
about.
kind of the same
Yeah.
way, but more laid back with it,
That's
more
what I'm
Right.
holding
talking
on
about.
to his power the right way, and they just clashed. Even Kanye was a part of that group. And he said they tried to keep him making beats. Like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? You a
Right.
beat maker,
Right.
keep
Right.
making beats.
Hey,
Like talking down, like talking greasy. They was talking so
Absolutely.
greasy to each other on the regular. Like,
man!
exactly.
Every
so I
every
don't think
time,
that's gonna
That's
work
because they're
anyway.
from
Like
New
Exactly. You
York.
got your
that's
homeboy
That's not
saying
New
it
Right.
York
now.
at
but when you
all.
got that boss mentality, yeah, and combined with your New Yorkism,
They
yeah.
don't
Because
got no
I love New
fucking
York.
ball.
I love New
They
York.
don't. I don't like
man,
the
I
motherfuckers.
love New
Man,
every
York.
they
You
have
time,
gotta
boroughs.
say
They don't even have cities. They have
I ain't say
boroughs.
what
all
you
of them.
mean
So
to
they're
me.
not even
I ain't gonna say
connected.
all of them. I ain't gonna say all of them because when I was in the military, everywhere I went, they did not like Florida motherfuckers. They did not like us.
Hmm.
They did not like us. So every time you turn around, we fighting them.
I mean, literally, we throwing blows at them because they always, oh, y'all from the South, y'all Southern, y'all slow, this and that. Ain't nothing slow about us. You know what I'm saying? Yo, because we talk a little slow, talk a little geeky. Ain't nothing slow about us. You know
That's old though. Like, is that still relevant that we?
They still.
But New York is
they
fast
still-
though. They're
They
fast.
still-
You got to be on the go when you're in New York, man. You can't be sitting around. I went there and I was lost. Them people was pushing me around, and I'm just walking. I'm standing there trying to look, and they're like, "Move out my way."
I lived in New York, right?
When you ride the subway, there's no directions. There's no little bus map like up there. You try to ask people, they walking too fast. Like,
Yeah, man. I live in
it's
New
men
York.
with briefcases and stuff. They on their way somewhere. The subway don't say nothing. Anybody from up there will agree. Like, yeah, you got to kind of know what train you looking for.
But on the real, they cocky because they business mind. A lot of them won't be honest. A lot of them business mind. A lot of them is business mind. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no holding hand. I'm not gonna hold your hand. Once you start walking, your baby. Once you start walking, you better get out there and start working. They're just like Vietnam, the Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? You start walking, the Chinese or whatever, huh? You put this rifle in your hand, you start working, you start protecting it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, though. You don't think they business mind? They business type of people. Majority of them. Majority of them business type of people for real. You know what I'm saying? And
they build on top.
And you know, I mean, when they.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, but I don't know if y'all can hear me. My family interrupted.
I'm just saying they're business type of people. That's what I get out of it. That's what I get out of it. They business mind. You go up there, and it's like hard to trying to make it up there in New York. And they say why it's hard to make it because everybody got the same mindset. The same mindset is to get rich, and they're working for it. They're not sitting around waiting for it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, y'all been in New York?
I feel like they just move a lot faster. Like you got to be ready. You got to know. You got to have a little bit of street smarts because you're running into so many different people and characters that they are a little bit faster. For example, like I seen a young lady up there with a stroller, and she needed money to get. Like they just got kicked out of their apartment. Like she had a whole story and everything, and I witnessed other people ignoring the hell out of her. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain little things you gotta pay attention to. That's something to think about. Like it could be a lot of reasons for that. Like, am I getting got over on, or like, you know?
CEO shop show out said Florida's gonna stand in the paint with any state, and that's what we do. That's what we do. Hell yeah, and you know I'm being honest. That's what we do. You better ask Snoop and Dr. Dre back in the '90s. I want to say '92, maybe '93. They was having a beef with You know, they made that song about Snoop. I mean, about Luke. Talking about gap in his mouth so his dick got to fit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That song
on Dre Day.
Yeah, they said that was Snoop said. So they both did a concert. Look it up. They both did a concert in Jacksonville. Luke said, "Oh no, y'all for the cancel that concert. Y'all coming to my state. Y'all come to my state. We'll whoop that ass."
Well, remember when Trick Daddy? Trick Daddy came to Detroit and Trick took his chain and beat him up. There was a rapper called Trick up there
in Detroit.
And when Trick Daddy came to Detroit, Michigan, he got his chain snatched by. He got a cool Trick.
Hey,
well, I hear about that. So that's rumor.
He still came.
That's rumor. I hear about that. That's rumor.
He made it up there.
Florida and New York are always deep because New York people think Southern people are slow. Exactly, Shay. And that's what it is. They come down here thinking they can run things down here, and then next thing you know, like, oh, you know, this and that. And, you know, they think we're slow. Ain't nothing slow about us. Ain't nothing slow about us. Ain't nothing slow about it. It's just that we got to start sticking together. We started sticking together, boy. Shit.
That part.
We're a motherfucker. We'll be a motherfucker then.
Man, they think we slow. They move out here, get scammed a couple times. Now they don't want to come back.
They don't want to come back and talk smack. They talk smack. I'm in Ohio, in Columbus, and they be talking about
scam for Florida.
From down there. Yeah, but they talk about how.
What they said Ohio taught you at blanked out. What'd you say?
I was saying that a lot of people, when I tell them I'm from, from down there where I moved out here in 2018 from Tampa, the first thing they say is that them niggas out there, they don't give nothing up for free. They always want something. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Y'all just went there, thought they were slow because they from the South, but that's not the case.
Oh yeah. These motherfuckers down here, I'm telling you right now, these motherfuckers over there scam the draws off of you if you don't like your know right. Hey, it's gonna be little kids. Little kids gonna scare the shit out of you.
Right.
Hey, ain't nothing slow about us though. Ain't nothing slow about us. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, we just move a different way.
I feel like that's the American way of scamming.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Because Trump going back to be the president again.
No, I just feel like that's like Florida is a place where you guys, I'm not saying you, I'm not trying to incriminate anybody in particular, but or saying that y'all do anything. But when I say y'all, I mean Floridians. I feel like you guys will share with each other, like will one person learn about some stuff, like, oh, this is a scam right now. This the situation. This the thing, but this the that. This the what they call that love? What was that?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we ain't gonna be that specific. We ain't gonna be that specific. But people in Florida kind of like will share with each other, like this how you get the most out of this situation.
I don't know shit.
And I feel like that's the American way for real. Like, oh, when you get rich, there's things that the foreigners do. Oh, put your money in an offshore account. Oh, loan your friend a certain amount of money. Like if you have rich friends, this is what the foreigners do. If you have rich friends and you in America and you're broke, you could just be like, hey, buddy, give me $100,000. Give me $1 million. If they got it like that, you gotta have very rich friends. So give me $1 million. We're talking these people coming from other countries. All they gotta do is claim when the year comes. You gave me the money already. I got the cash. When the next year comes around, I'm gonna file my taxes and act like my business did decent. My business did great. I made $1 million. So now I'm gonna pay a certain percentage of taxes. I got the cash to pay the taxes. Now I'm qualified for loan. After you get the loan, you put it in an offshore account. Like that's like the biggest. That's a scam everybody's fucking doing, except for the people from America. They all coming over here and doing that.
Hey, Walter said, "Damn, she's thinking like a crow. What the fuck?"
No, I'm not.
Hey, Walter, I don't know shit. Yeah, Walter, that was I don't know shit.
Singing like
Shay said drop city. Shay said drop city, and show out said Harris for president. It's gonna be hard for Harris. It's gonna be hard for Harris. When I say it's gonna be hard for Harris, she probably gonna get majority of the women votes. Regardless, she gonna get majority of the women votes. But she gonna have to do something with the men, because I mean, why Obama won't? Did he? I don't know if he did it. I know the first time I looked, he didn't endorse it yet. Why he didn't endorse it?
Because he minded his business.
But I don't think they can yet, can they? Isn't it like August something? Isn't it something else that happened first? Or no?
I don't know about that. You might be right about that. It may not be time
I think it's something has to happen because the president, because we still have a running president, and I don't think that they can do anything until like August the 12th. Maybe I'm thinking about when the kids go back to school, because I don't know. But I think I heard something. I think I remember something in school when the president steps down and the vice president takes over. They have to. It's a waiting period. Like she can't take his campaign money. She has to have time to do and to see if it's going to go that route. I don't think that they can yet. But I don't know. She has a better chance to get in there because I look at it in a political view. They're not looking at the fact of who's there. They're looking at what's to come, right? We already had the first Black president, Obama. Now, oh my goodness, we have a female that is ethnic, right? Who is she going to have? So now what is our odds of the next person coming in? We might as well shoot our shot with her because she has a very good record of prosecuting black men in the state that she was at.
Yeah,
she has a very good record. She has a very good record. Oh yeah, she has a very good record. And I can't remember who it was. Remember the young man that died in, I think it was Jacksonville, and they asked her to prosecute the cops, and she refused to.
She wouldn't do it. Right.
Oh, they had a big old thing. So she would be a better candidate to get in right now than anybody else, because they don't know who else is coming. Because now people are starting to get brave now. People, we have these young people that's actually going in college that's thinking now, oh, I can be president. So what are they thinking about now? That what are they doing now? They're throwing out all
We
these
don't
girls,
need no.
Sexy Red. Who is the other
I
girl?
was saying we don't need no college. We don't need these college people.
You
They're
know,
too
but
young. We don't need
that's
We
no
what
don't
they're
need
doing. If you
somebody in
notice, that's what they're
geriatric.
doing.
We don't
I
need.
agree.
We
I,
don't. We
I
don't.
agree with you, Miss Bullock. That's
He's
a great
embarrassed
take
us.
on it.
That's exactly
That's a
what they're
great take on it.
doing.
'Cause
Because
they-
you have these people that have came out. I'm gonna go as far as Meek Mills. Okay, he's been out for a while. If you guys knew him before, he was a little nigga in the hood, dirty, doing raps. I mean, come on. Sexy Red. Who is that? Where'd she come from?
Yeah.
What is that other young lady? Oh
Sexy
my
Red.
God. She
Oh,
has like a
Sexy
horse
Red.
voice. She don't have a tooth in her mouth.
Glorilla.
She's with Blueface.
Glorilla.
Oh, you
who
talking
is
about
she?
Krishan Rock? Krishan
Who
Rock.
is she?
He's
Who
from
is she?
Baltimore.
Who is she? She is somebody to show our young ladies,
She was a
right?
plant. Yeah, she's an industry
That
plant.
this
She
is the
was an
route to
industry
go
plant.
because we don't want you guys to think you can be president. Absolutely not.
And that's why they put them industry.
All right, let me
plants
read some of
in
these comments. Let me read some of these comments right here. Hey sis, Kanai say hey sis, Toya, and my cousin Kush. Walter said, "Oh hell yeah, sexy
that's my
ready for
sis.
president. We'll be a naked country next week." Slanging mustache coochie. Oh yeah. And Shay said the people say that if Trump can do it, anyone can. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, but before we get a deep conversation, hey, this time flew by kind of quick too. It's that time, Kush. Go ahead and introduce what you got coming on.
Oh, you already know the usual. It's just a single on from the Bay. You already know. Get the vibes going. I'm pushing it everywhere. Oh, she got the shirt on. Okay. I see you. But yeah, it's just my single on from the Bay. Remember, merch everywhere, man. Go on IG. Y'all can get the link. Yes, sir.
For sure.
I'm from the Bay, I rep my block. Cross your way, be getting too hot. Ain't gonna think where I be getting my block. I'm from the Bay, I rep my block. Getting too hot. Ain't gonna think where I be getting my block. Florida, where the crazy never stop. I'm from the South, get with the groove. Guaranteed I put the gin in my juice. Wifey told me that she like it too. So I get to the room. Saying I feel like I'm Pepe Le Pew. I keep my fire, my baby go boom. Don't gotta shoot, I leave that to the crew. I bail them out before they see the moon. Yams on my plate, wake up, you stay. I am a biggest, so my shit was fake. Go to the beach, poppin' Bruce with your babe. Thursday night Vegas, it's $1 drink. Looking for me, GPS is the thing. Come with the vibes or you will be deceased. No type of drama, leave that in the streets. That's the reason that I'm keeping my peace. I'm from the Bay, I rep my block. Cross your way, be getting too hot. Ain't gonna think where I be getting my guap. Florida, where the crazy never stops. I'm from the Bay, I rep my block. Cross your way, be getting too hot. Ain't gonna think where I be getting my guap. Florida, where the crazy.
I'm from the Bay.
All right. Hey, I'm from the Bay. Hey. That is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all go check out my boy Chris. He got a lot of things going on. Y'all check him out. But so we're gonna talk about a study from last week about the lady. She had sent the email, and I'm gonna paraphrase what she's saying. She got some kids. She broke up with I don't know if it was a boyfriend or husband, but she broke up with the kid's father, and she won't let the kids see the father because he was abusive. He was very abusive to her. She admitted that he was abusive to the kids. He was abusive to her. So we're gonna still talk about it. What's y'all should she? What's y'all opinion? My opinion was, like I said, he was beating your ass. He wasn't beating the kids' ass. So what's the problem?
Right.
Did you put your hands on him first? What's the issue? You leave it outside. He just walk in there, he'll manage to start whooping your ass.
Right.
Yo.
I don't know. We don't know. We just want to know what she told us. So what's y'all opinion?
I think it's a lot missing because first we need to define what she mean by abusive. Do she mean beating her? Do she mean cheating on her? Do she mean not paying attention to her? Or is she just thinking it? Because everybody throwing around this narcissist word. That's the new word now. Everybody that disagrees with them, they're a narcissist, right? And so it's like, what exactly is she saying? Because I personally have a situation where I personally know that someone that didn't even know that they were a father for 10 years, right? They're paying 600 and some dollars in child support. They go to court in Ohio, where we know Ohio is a woman's state, period. The woman has all the rights, basically. And they go to court to get visitation. She's refusing to meet him in the public place. So, and it's one of them things where she's saying certain things, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I haven't seen you in 11 years. Why are you telling me about something that happened back then about me not being there when I didn't even know that I even had a child? She had the child and moved to Columbus. So that story from that it leaves a lot out. And I'm a true believer that you never keep a child away from their father. I have never said one bad thing about Cush's father at all. At all, absolutely not. And if he's not around, guess what? I'm trying to find him. Whether he's in Bermuda, whether he's in Wales, whether he's in England, I'm going to find a way to find him. But even though him and I relationship, I wouldn't choose him for for nobody. However, that has nothing to do with his relationship with his child. So that's like that'll eat them kids up. And look at what we're dealing with now with these children without fathers and stuff and how they're behaving. It's ridiculous. It's sad.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all know that hurt people, right? So she's hurt,
Absolutely.
and she's just trying to hurt him, And unfortunately, some women do that as a revenge tactic. You know what I mean? Like I said, not really knowing the details of the depth of the story, just having perspective, right, and not having perception, right, not having no emotional connection, just having perspective. It just looks like that's what it is. She's trying to hurt that man. But if he's more than willing and he's able and he wants his children, then that's what I'm saying, that's on her. And unfortunately, when them kids get of age and they find out the real story, what I mean, that may cause a relationship with them and their mother. But
Yep.
I don't think anyone, any father should be kept away from their children, regardless of circumstances, unless he beating their ass and he, got bodies and all that, then okay. Let's have some, you can still see your children, let's have some supervision type shit. But,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, he should definitely have the right to see his children, whether they're together or not. She can drop them off at his house, you know what I'm saying? Meet in a neutral location, you know what I mean? So if he wasn't doing that in front of the children, then they know nothing of that situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they gonna love their father unconditionally as they should. You heard?
And
So,
even if he was doing it in front of the children, he has the right to make that right.
yeah,
He is those children's father for the rest of their life. So he has the right, if he makes a mistake, to make that right. No matter what he did, he has the right to make it right for them children's sake. Period.
I would be careful on calling it a mistake because some things we just can't take back. And at the end of the day, sometimes for a lot of people, it has become a regret to allow based on other people's opinions and not knowing what you lived or what you experience with this person. Like, you have to gauge his character enough to know, regardless of what anyone else says, whether it's okay for him to be around that child again. Because listening to other people can influence you, and it could be for the worst. Like, there's situations where that same man turn around and abuse the kids. That's all I'm trying to say. Like,
well, me personally, I think that you're right. And I'm not saying, I think the problem is that we're saying that she has to make that decision. She has to do. No, that's not the case. If you think that he's down, I'm a product of that. My dad was a mean man, baby. He was mean to everybody else, but they kept me away from him. Do you know my dad died with me still trying to be there for him, but he didn't know how, because we still had people in our way taking us away. So I think it's one of them things that there's professional help out there. We need to stop just letting it be one side. Because actually, when you really want to think about it, we're just the vessel carrying a child. We don't make children at all. The children come from the man, and we're just the vessel that's carrying it. So just because we're allowing society and the government to do what they did back in the day to separate us, we can't continue that with our children. I mean, I'm not saying if he's abusive, you have to gauge it out. You have to gauge
And
out
it's
what
only
the
one way to
situation
know
is.
that too. Like, it's sad to say it, but it's only one way to know of how he will react to his own child.
And
like to being around his own kids.
Yo,
all right, let me read some of these comments. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Kids that were kept away from their father will always have a longing for that relationship. Mm-hmm. There's half of them they don't understand. And you know, I got stories about that too. And I agree.
To an abusive father,
I agree.
So no, like
I agree. Juanita said, I agree. A father should be able to see his children, but never for once should we think that his abuse would not affect the children. I got to talk about that one too. And Juanita also said earlier that if he was abusing her in front of the kids, he was abusing them. And what I'm saying is that kids seeing their parents, their mother getting abused, it do have some type of effect on them.
Absolutely.
I got a question though. I got a question. So, are we living in the world where he starts abusing her after she has a baby, or was he whooping that ass before she got pregnant?
That's a good point.
It's before, it's before, it's after. Sometimes it's during.
He ain't just stop, wake up and just start beating her ass.
You better make sure. You better make sure he got a rubber. You gotta make sure he got a rubber on. You feel me? You gotta make sure you on birth control. You gotta make sure he pulling out or something, right? Because
so you basically saying make better decisions, make better P-word decisions.
Yeah.
You know what?
On both sides.
Yeah, if he already put his hands on you, why you gonna have a baby? Let him have a baby.
Yeah, don't have a baby.
Right. And then not only that, we're looking at the fact, this is what gets me with all of us, actually, that we're looking at it on one side again, because you're saying that he can't be around the children because he's abusing, but you're going to allow the children to be with somebody that'll let somebody abuse them. I mean, what's to say she's not going to get into another abusive relationship? So what are we looking at? Are we looking at the benefit of the child? Or are we looking at... Right, but are we looking at the benefit of the child really? Or are we looking at, okay, we want the woman to feel some kind of way, we want the man to feel some kind of way. We have to stop that, because this is ruining our children. I lost my mom she was 35 years old. My dad abused her. I seen my dad break her arm and all the good stuff and all that stuff, right? However, I still wanted my father. So you can't depict on what I want. And because the adults kept him away and didn't give him a chance, by the time I became an adult, he didn't know how. And when it was time, guess what? He had 2 strokes, couldn't talk, couldn't hardly walk. So what did that leave me? You know what I mean? And I don't blame him for his choices, because all adults have choices in life and we all make mistakes. And I will keep on saying it's a mistake, because none of us are born with malice in our heart. I just truly believe that. So we don't know what they went through. So it just goes back to people need to start talking and communicating. And we all need to really, really start, just grabbing a hold of each other. I talk to everybody I see. Everybody. Kush used to tell me when he was young, I don't want to go to the store with you, Mom. Can we just walk out the store without you stopping and talking to somebody? But yeah, I just feel like, good vibrations is good vibrations. And we just have to be totally honest. If we keep on running the same narrative, this one-sided narrative, we will still breed we don't even have young people that's protesting. Have you guys noticed that? Young people always the ones that was protesting throughout history. And they got things done. We don't have that anymore. Why?
They do it a different way.
But the majority,
they start giving us money. They start giving them stimulus checks, so they don't have to do all that stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
The young people don't got lazy. They got lazy in every aspect you could turn to. And I ain't saying all of them. I'm saying just majority compared to us, compared to y'all generation, the generation right now is lazy. They are. Majority of them is lazy. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They are. And I'm going to call them lazy because they are. My kids, they lazy. Majority of my kids, I said majority. I ain't said the whole group. I said majority.
Okay. Yeah.
One is that that's not always true. Some men change once he say I do or after, okay, or after a child because he now become possessive. And Shay said the child will see if the negativity in the parent for themselves. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, then I'm gonna shut up. That happened to me. About an abusive relationship. My mom was married to this light-skinned dude, and that's when light-skinned and dark-skinned people didn't like each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm a child. I ain't know what it is, and I'm talking this. I don't know what. So my nickname was Black Motherfucker. Every time I come there, it's Black Motherfucker this, Black Motherfucker that.
I'll be sure, guys.
But I can't do nothing with a grown ass man, right?
Right.
But he'll go inside my head. I'm coming at him with everything. He beating the shit out of me, right? But thing about it is he made me stronger because once she divorced him and left him, the next nigga she got couldn't do shit. He couldn't even sneeze wrong because I'm coming at his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm coming at him now. So you know what I'm saying? So that made me brought out the anger in me because even when I was in school, I was acting up real bad. I was doing shit I shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Always getting in trouble, this and that. They couldn't understand it. But back then, they ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They just put you back in the boom class and say, hey, he's sitting there, he got issues. You know what I'm saying? So you sit up there with 4 more people in the classroom, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a quick question. Every time I hear these situations, I always hear about mama and I always hear about daddy. But my question is, whatever happened to real families? Like, so grandmas and aunties and all that shit don't exist no more?
No, it don't.
Mama and the daddy?
It's not the same anymore, son.
People, if you start having kids, God gives you 9 months to figure some shit out. It's time for y'all. You supposed to meet her mama, her daddy. Y'all supposed to figure something out for the child. That way, when mama and daddy start messing up, you can still fall back on the village to, you know what I'm saying, for help. If the daddy's too abusive, shit, call his mama on the phone and tell her ass how he acting. And then mama go call him on the phone and y'all can work together, try to figure some shit out. But nowadays, people are making it all about their relationship. So, it's like the child is just a.
So Toya Evans said, but some wait until you say I do, and then he thinks he got control over you.
True.
But they had to have signs. She said some people wait till you say I do, then he try to have control.
And she said young people do protest, look at the Palestinian problem. And I agree. Some people do wait till you say I do, then they
some people are like that. Yeah.
It happens.
And some wait to say I do and get lazy.
Yeah.
I would like to make one more statement just for the sake of how many people are listening to the show and because we have so many different perspectives and it's a great thing. It's a blessing right now at this moment. So we heard a lot of different perspectives and I just want to say, give my personal experience, you know, because everybody, they've been sitting here giving their personals, but my personal experience was a father that was abusive to the mother, but not to the kids. Okay. So I took that thought frame with me until my domestic situation that I had when I got a little bit older, ended up having a child and then kept this child away for so long because no, you're not good. But I let conversations convince me it might be okay. Even, you know, people that know both of us, he wasn't raised like that. Or he physically abused my child. So I just want to put that out there, like, because there's nothing better to learn from than experience. And that's what I like to take in my life. I like to take people's experience. So it's been very insightful, like listening to everybody on here and listening to, like, even when my husband tells stories, you know, it's just very insightful. I like real life things. I don't like fiction. I like nonfiction. And that's what this conversation, this show is. Y'all speak that shit. And I was glad to be here tonight, you know.
All right. But you know what? I don't got my bottle with me. But I'm sure DC do. And Kush do.
All right, Kush got here.
Hey, when you start talking about them children, hey, Spot Lou, use BFL 1096 for 10% off. Get your spunk Lou. All right, yeah. I don't have my bottle, but hey, I made sure Kush had his, though. I kept my promise. About it. Hey. Child, Juanetta said, child of village has become the enemy. Yeah, The village
Yep.
is the enemy now. The village is
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, that's a whole nother show.
Hey, that's a bar right
Hello,
there.
what?
That's a bar.
Hello,
You understand
Tish.
that?
Hey, Tish.
That's a
Well,
bar.
you know what? Remember the Just Say No with Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan? Remember that in the
Yeah.
80s? Just Say No.
Yeah.
That's when everything changed.
Mm.
Just Say No. I remember it as clear as day. I was in school, and then all of a sudden the crack came in. Then all of a sudden families started breaking up and started falling apart. You know, people are just out there trying to make it, and our children are just not learning. They're not learning by they getting their example from the people that's around them. It's sad.
Man, the
And
war
I'm
on
gonna tell you
drugs was
about.
the biggest advertisement for drugs. Like people didn't even know
Yeah.
about most drugs until they
Well-
started putting on commercials.
Right.
Don't do this; it makes you too happy. And they was like, "Oh, let me go see what that's
Let me
like."
try that. Right.
I never heard that before. That's funny.
And I just want to tell you that I am so sorry that you had to go through that, and that that your child had to go through that, because I know that that's something that's hard to have to deal with, and as adults we still have to live with it. And I just want to give you just air hugs.
Definitely, I appreciate it. Cause we love your mama.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you.
Look, they commenting on her in the thing.
I'm gonna tell you about this lady. This lady, whoever wrote this here, I'm gonna tell you about this though, right? If you're just doing this for revenge, that's fucked up. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: when you start keeping kids from their parents, this go for men and women, when you keep kids from their parents, when they grow up, guess what? They gonna start keeping their kids from their grandparents and their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit gonna keep rolling down here because they're gonna feel, okay, well, mama did that to me. Mama kept me away from my daddy, so guess what? I'm gonna keep you away from your daddy. You know what I'm saying?
And when you lie about abuse, you got karma coming.
It's about that time. I gotta go to rehearsal out in Clearwater with Pusha Premium.
All right. We'll get with you next week.
Man.
Have fun.
Yes,
Salute.
ma'am.
All right, my G.
And we're gonna lock in, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. Salute.
And just like King Copper has said, hurt people. You know what I'm saying? When the first time somebody hurt you, what the first thing you want? Revenge.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, kind of piggybacking off Miss Book of saying, we just don't plan for the future.
They're gonna resent
anymore.
you.
We don't plan for generations anymore. You know what I mean?
No, can't see it.
Everybody is right now instant gratification, and we not, preparing the children to carry that torch. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Same kind of building the legacy or building out the family, right? We trying to do everything ourselves, and we get left behind. You feel me? And there's a big, our community, right? Let's be honest. We all had trauma. Everybody, our whole community, right? Trauma in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Way we was brought up, relationships, and up until this generation, I think Ms. Bullock said it. No one was going to see therapy. No one was seeking help or seeking guidance. It was, you tougher than that, right? Or be tough. You know what I mean? Deal with it yourself, right? And all this piles up, right? And we pass this along. So we pass this along. It's keep going on and on and on until we eventually try to deal with it. And so it's a big thing that I've been focusing on and trying to I teach my artists well is just like emotional intelligence. It's a very, very important thing. One thing we can control is our reaction.
Right,
That's
absolutely.
about it. You can't control nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop them from saying some bullshit. You can't stop them doing something fucked up. But you can control how you react to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Nobody's perfect. You may make a mistake, but having that intelligence and having that, that perspective, right? Not perception, having that perspective, like, look, what am I doing right now? Is this helping?
Have that integrity to understand your consequences.
You know what I mean? That part.
Absolutely.
That part too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's one thing I speak to artists about. Like I said, it's life coaching. You know what I'm saying? So these things are life, and once we can break down some of these walls, you know what I mean, and get to know ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves and say, yo, I'm like this because of this. All right, cool. I know why I do this now. So let me change that up and let me, you know what I mean, rock this way so my kid ain't like this or so my lady know that this, you know what I mean? So
right.
I think once we get more of that and get a grasp of ourselves, then, you know what I mean, things could change. But You know, we definitely got a plan for the future, and said pass it on for our children. We gotta let them know. You heard me? So
absolutely. People just need to start taking accountability. If they take accountability, nobody's taking accountability nowadays. Everybody is under
blame on
they're
everybody
living
else.
under a rock
like
or something.
That's like a cuss word right now.
Yeah, but that causes conflict. That's what causes conflict.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't, you know, for me personally, people will say, you know, oh my goodness, I can't believe you admitted that. Well, why not? You know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm human. But if I don't take accountability for it, then we'll never have a grown-up conversation, because I'm never gonna say, okay, yeah, you're right. You know, it's crazy.
I feel you. I'm about growth. You know what I mean? How we gonna grow if we still doing the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, and of course it's gonna hurt. Of course it's
right.
Embarrassing, and you feel like a sucker. Like, but hey, if that's what you got to do to grow, to speak your truth, for you know what I mean, to be a better person, then if that's what you want, you need to do that.
Absolutely.
It's like,
all right. Let me read some of these comments right here. Walter said these kids out here right now, it's our fault. It is our fault.
It is our fault. Absolutely.
We fucked up raising our children in 2000. We did.
But I feel like every generation does that. Like, oh, these new kids, oh, they're wearing jeans instead of dresses. Like, everybody does that. Every generation is just gonna push the envelope more.
Well, no, it's our fault.
But I think this is our fault, though. I think this is our fault.
I think that's more like evolution in terms of like the clothing and stuff. But take for example, right? Like my father's generation, they would call us soft, right? So, and like I'll call this generation soft, right? So it's the upbringing, right? So the generation before mine, hard-nosed father, maybe military, like disciplinary, right? The child, remember, we're gonna have trauma. These are internal issues, right? So that child, fuck that. I'm not gonna raise my kid like that, right? So his father raised him to be tough, right? So fuck that. I ain't gonna raise my kid like that. No, we ain't raising the kid to be a punk. But in comparison to how he was raised, or how his father would expect for him to raise his children, his child's gonna be a lot softer, or a lot more, you know what I'm saying, not as you know what I'm saying, at least like that last generation. And so that when that keeps going on, when you know, okay, now his son is upset because how his father raised him, and that's just gonna keep trickling down. So I think that's why the generations get like that in terms of the youth. You know what I mean? But that doesn't stop from us instilling principles in them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's due to single moms too. Like, I hate to. Sorry to interrupt you. I hate to blame it on single moms and jump on that bandwagon, but I like what you're talking about. I blame it a little bit on that too, because like at a certain age, like when my son started to get my height, he was young. Like the doctor already told me he was 5, that he's gonna be like 6'4". So I do? I put him in basketball. He hit like 12. His dad ended up getting out of prison, and I let him go with his dad. Not right away, but like you know, like had finished his time, like a lot of families do. Like some things are taboo to talk about. You mentioned something, everybody want to look like, oh, well, that person was in prison, so we're not gonna dwell on that. 1 in 4 people, 1 in 4 kids in the classroom got a parent in prison. So
absolutely,
when he got out, when my son got a certain height,
not my classroom.
There was only 4 people in there.
And none of our parents went to prison. See?
Well, no, I just think that like once that kid gets to where he's trying to test you, like let the man be the one instilling that type of discipline and that type of fear, because you know too many boys is being raised by like they ain't scared of that. And then, like I don't know, it just makes them a little soft, I think.
All right, but our time is coming down now, so I want to read the rest of the comments to everybody and give everybody time to say they shout out. So we're gonna go back up here where Juanita said she didn't sneeze, I sneezed. But she said thank you. She said that's why we have to heal and clean our own mess before we bring children into the world. And that's what Kush was saying. We got to clean before you bring kids in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got to clean up our own mess before we bring kids in the world. Because the issue would just pass down bullshit to our next generation.
I feel like
you need self-awareness.
Growth mindset. Tish said growth mindset over fixed mindset. She said people as well we just need to stop making excuses for everything. That's the truth.
Absolutely.
Stop taking control. Coach said each generation receives more freedoms than the last one didn't have. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to
Absolutely.
do with my kids.
Except
And
for
this
him.
was last one. Every generation gets a little worse. So yeah, it's true. Every older generation said the youth is bad. Yeah, we're getting farther and farther away from that stable dynamic. Yeah, that's true.
that.
That's true.
That-
So we're
that's a
gonna
real statement right there.
let everybody give their shots out because we got like 5 minutes. So we're gonna start with King Capo.
All right. Hey, but y'all was just getting warmed up, man. Lucky is only an hour.
Right.
Hey, we can do this thing again next week because this is a conversation right here that you can't just do it in an hour or two, you know?
Hey,
Yeah.
nah, man, it's right in my alley right here. Cause like I told you, I'm all about growth. I'm all about motivation. You know what I mean? But I appreciate this platform, man. I didn't know it was how intense and how informative it was. So I would love to come back if you would have me. A pleasure meeting everyone. Again, my name is King Capo. You can find me on Instagram, right? Instagram, King, King, Capo, COPPO _. Again, artist, music, life coach, and just a good dude to know, man. I'm always sending positive vibrations. I give affirmations. Tell people get their health right. You know what I mean? Everything starts on the inside. You know what I mean? And it's a process. So you got to remember that. Speak highly of yourself. Be nice to yourself. You know what I mean? We all get 24 hours, make the best of it. Only take one time to get it right. Remember that. One time to get it right. All them other L's, all them other, they won't even worry about it. So, man, yo, again, it was a pleasure. Man, look, y'all stay powerful. Again, y'all check me out. I would love to follow. Yeah, hit my DM. Artists hit my email, officialcapo@gmail.com. I'm out.
Thank you.
All right, Tasha, what's your shout outs?
Well, I don't have no handle or anything like that. I just wanted to send a message to all of my females out there. You have to know your worth within yourself. You have to understand yourself, stop understanding yourself, and try to overstand situations. Stop depending on others and depend on yourself. I am glad to be here, to be honest. I don't do the, like it. I'll tell you what my Facebook is, but I might not respond. So, I'm just gonna be honest. The only reason why I even got a social media is because my son graduated and went to college at 17. Yes, Kush did it to FAMU. And I asked him, make sure that you contact your mom. Make sure you contact your mom. He said, you know what, Mom, here's a password. I have your phone. Go to this F that's right here, and then you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing. So for a while, he was my only friend. So, but I really appreciate all these conversations. And Zoe, try to see if you can get more information on that young lady's story.
Yeah, I'm gonna send an email to her.
Yeah, because I want to know a little bit more about that, because we're blindly kind of looking at the situation, and all sides is fair. But maybe it's something that can help her out in the process. But I want to thank you guys so much. And you guys get your I'm from the Bay merch from Kush with a K.
All right, y'all here.
Real quick for y'all go. So exactly.
What you got going on?
I'm Annie Loke, # Queen of Ohio. Please follow the hashtag. You can follow me on TikTok, the official Annie Loke, or DJ Annie Loke. I am on Spotify, and my name is spelled ANNILOC. That's all I can say, Annie Loke.
Hey, all right, we got a comedy entertainment show coming up. Like I said, late summer, early fall. So catch us up. We got movies on Tubi Church Sessions and Debit Card Life Matters, and we're working on a couple of more. So, Shay said she loved the conversation. Thank you for joining. We need a longer show.
So watch Debit Card Life Matters tonight, Shay.
Yeah,
one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. Don't follow the trend. Be the trend.
Absolutely.
That's my motto. That's how we rock it. So y'all remember that?
So we want more email conversation. Yes.
Tight ass bitches making me itch. Lick the booty, suck on the wood. Got this sissy ass rapper telling y'all what's good. Walking around, holding your gas. Jeans so tight, I see the draws in your ass. All of a sudden, everything that motherfucker do is considered gay now. Even the rainbow. I remember when I was small, I used to want to jump on the rainbow and slide down it. And at the end of the rainbow, you see a midget with pajamas on, giving you a pot of gold. Now, if you get on that rainbow, you'll see Gay Jerome with some skinny jeans and sports bra talking about Magically delicious, magically delicious. A motherfucker can't even eat cereal without eating coffee. See, I like Fruit Loops. One day I went to the store and I picked up some Fruit Loops. A sister came around the corner talking about something. You like Fruit Loops? I like Fruit Loops dark chocolate. We both like Fruit Loops dark chocolate. You know what the Fruit Loops represent down to dark chocolate. How about I come up to your house and I feed you a Fruit Loops? I paid for a dark chocolate, damn sure will. I told that son of a bitch, I said, I eat cheese, I ain't no rat. I like pussy, but not like that, sissy bitch.